chose their king, their power was met, but we don't answer to Ottawa yet. No crown gave us what we've earned, just dirt and fire and lessons learned. Now the ground it shakes, the steel it groans, and Alberta walks alone. We ride sovereign steel through fire, through frost. We ain't the last, we're the line they lost. Alberta stands, never on its knees. A nation born in the forge of the free. From the rigs to the rails, the crops to the code, we lit their streets, we bore their load. They laughed at pride, they mocked the West, but freedom don't die, it just waits for the test. The cowboys ride, the farmers rise, 5 million strong under open skies. No leash, no lie, no foreign throne. This land is steel and it stands alone. We ride sovereign steel through fire, through frost. We ain't the last, we're the line they lost. Alberta stands, never on its knees. A nation born in the forge of the free. Can't kill the mountain, can't drown the plain, can't burn the spirit that won't be chained. He stares down east with a calloused hand and says, this time we draw the line in the land. We ride sovereign steel through fire, through
Wow. What an awesome theme song, don't you think? I am so jazzed up about it. I love that song. I can't stop singing it now. But I'm really grateful to Full Metal Patriot, fullmetalpatriot.com for that theme song. Obviously, it's from Ferguson. Gosh, what the heck was his name? Anyway, Full Metal Patriot put out this song and a great video for gosh, why can't I think of his first name? Anyway, beautiful song. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I love it. I was just rocking out to it and had a little bit of a finger slip there, so I hope that you enjoy it as well. I am so excited to have you here. This is Bruce Scholl. It is 7-Eleven Daily Summary, and you are here. Make sure to fasten your seatbelts. Get ready. This is going to be a bumpy ride coming up. And you know why you're here, because we are in the throes of this independence movement. This is such a historical time to be here and to be in this together. So I appreciate you being here. Make sure to share this out, get more eyeballs on this information. We need to wake up more Canadians, more Albertans to our cause. Obviously, this is beneficial to everyone. It's not a us versus them incident. You know, when we declare independence, when we become independent, when we create the most amazing nation of Alberta, when we create the opportunities for our children and our children's children for many, many years to come, that is for everyone. It's not just for red, black, white, blue, green, whatever your skin color is or whatever sexual preference you are. I don't really give a crap what divides us, because the parasites, the parasites of the globalists bullshit trying to control everybody, just want us divided on politics, divided on skin color, divided on victim, your class of victimization, what level of decrepit inability that you have to be able to provide for yourself, to provide for your family. That's what they want you to believe, is that you are either a lower class so that you get a higher standing in the arena of victimhood, or if they certainly don't want you to be successful, prosperous, free, and strong. They want you to be weak, and they want you to be a victim, and they want you to be dependent on the bullshit government, the control, the one world control of this globalist banker system. So don't have it, don't comply, don't participate. And I appreciate you being here, because we are the resistance, and you are strong. And I appreciate being shoulder to shoulder with you here in the fight. So again, I'm grateful to be here with you. So let's get on with it. I always like to start off by saying thank you. You know what? Let's start off by giving you a little bit of a heads up. All the stuff that we're going to talk about. First of all, silver is just going nuts. If you can buy it, if you can get your hands on it, make sure to get your hands on this stuff. It's going through the roof. Get some today. Protect your family's wealth. And we're going to be talking about, obviously, Alberta, this great province, this great soon-to-be nation. And we're also going to be talking about independence. I've got a couple of people lined up. Let me see. Jason Levine is talking. We're talking tomorrow night. And he just had a conversation with Bruce Pardy and Mickey Amory of the Justice Minister. Is he the Attorney General? So we'll quickly talk about that, and obviously many other things that are happening quickly. Maybe we'll briefly talk about Bondi Beach, but I don't know if I know enough about it to talk too heavily in that regard, except that it happened, and I personally believe that it's a false flag. That doesn't mean that nobody got hurt. It doesn't mean that people weren't murdered. But there's these one world government globalists that like to wield this power, and they obviously are tugging on the heartstrings, the emotions of people to get their way and to keep you focused on the TV. Anyway, those are some of the things we're going to talk about tonight. But I am always grateful for the circle of people, circle of influence that I have. One of the persons I met with today over a great coffee, had a coffee and got some books from Nadine Wellwood of the Alberta Rising book. You know what? I started to jump into it, and it is so simple to read, first of all. But the ideas are so they're so out there, and it's perfect really for this time. This is like the building blocks of this independence movement. Anyway, I was so excited about reading this book that I decided I had to get a bunch from her. So I've got some signed copies, and I'm planning on a giveaway of this book. But it's so critical that I want to probably be giving it out as Christmas gifts to some of my family and friends too. It is, I think, essential to us, really getting the word out to our friends and family. Anyway, I want to say thanks to friends, family, circle of influence, and the people around me. But Nadine was there today. We had this great conversation about her book. Anyway, but I also want to say thank you to my sponsors, the people that support me. One of them being Nadine Wellwood. She's there. And we're all pushing forward to get across the finish line. But nuggetstacker.com, Nuggetstacker, a local business here, gold and silver. I talk about it on a regular basis because it is so critical, I believe, I'm not your financial advisor, but the financial advisor I met with today tells me that all of her clients have gold and silver, a good portion of their portfolio, because it is so critical to protect your family's wealth. Anyway, you can go right through my website, unscrewthenews.com, click on the link for nuggetstacker.com, and you'll get a bit of a discount. If you have any questions whatsoever, give them a call. Nice local business, obviously, and they are doing great work at supporting families like yours and mine. It's 1-866-644-2121. Give them a call. All right, we're going to get into it. This is Bruce Scholl. We're coming to you from the heart of the battle-ready nation of Alberta. We bring you truth and optimism. Our goal is to break free from the media globalist mind control. It is December 16, 2025. This is episode number 238. I called this one Silver, Alberta, Independence, and the Castle Law, because we are going to talk about some of those things tonight. And we're going to get right into it here. So I appreciate you being here. Make sure to share this out. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. So reach out. You can reach me through X or Rumble or Twitter or YouTube, or let me see, I'm on Twitch. We're also live right now on yournews.com. And Substack. Substack is a great place to find me as well. So we are live on all of those platforms right now. So join in on the conversation, email me, comment. If you have a complaint, send it on through. I'd be happy to talk to you. All right. What I wanted to bring up here first was this chart from silver. It just broke $90 per ounce, $90 per ounce. You can see it down here on the right-hand side, this chart that I like to watch. It was hovering right around $88 for a good portion, went down to, looks like about $84.50. And then that must have been, what day was that? Excuse my terrible mousing there. Oh, that was December 12th. So about 4 days ago, it was down to $84, $84.50. And today you can see it's, let me see, just about $90 right now. Just broke over 90 a few minutes ago. But that is good. You never want to sell. You always want to gain some silver, buy some silver, trade some silver with your friends. This is real money, folks. And like I said, I was saying to Nadine today, the great thing about silver is that it's like it solves two of your issues. If you like to buy things like I do, you go out and you buy silver. It's like it's something tangible in your hand. But it's not like some stupid TV or anything that's just going to sit on the wall and lose its value. It's going to sit in your safe and gain. I bought this stuff. I was buying this stuff probably about 10, 11 years ago. Started out at about $20 an ounce. And, obviously that's not exactly how it's going to go, but I predict based on the lack of supply, the massive amount of industries that are using it. So for solar panels, electronics, and there is such a short supply right now. I'm planning on having another discussion specifically on silver and the opportunities with silver here in the next couple of days as well. Got some great guests lined up. Like I said, I've got Jason Levine on tomorrow night, so it should be quite extraordinary. Let me see what am I going to look at here? I'm going to show you actually just a quick snip of the Jason Levine, Bruce Party, and Mickey Amory from today. I'm going to bring this one right up here, please.
Good afternoon, Honorable Mickey Amory. Thank you very much for joining us today. Whether or not you'll seize them, and then the Castle Doctrine, how the intruder went into a home and the homeowner stood his ground, and that turned into criminal charges, and how Premier Daniel Smith said, hey, if you don't want to be shot, don't break into a home in Alberta. So we were just starting on that conversation, and perfect timing, because we're curious, how does the provincial government under your direction direct the law when it comes to, first let's talk about the guns, whether or not you'll seize them, and then the Castle Doctrine. How does this mechanism work?
Yeah, so great question and great way to start off. The federal government has been developing their gun buyback scheme for a number of years. This is not a new program. This is something that's come out in phases, I guess, if you will, for a number of years. It started by targeting business owners. Now it's targeting law-abiding Canadians. And the federal government has been using its ability to legislate firearms under the criminal code as its impetus for bringing forward this gun buyback scheme. The reality is that it continues to target people who have done nothing wrong. These are the folks that have acquired their guns by taking a robust gun safety course. They have gone through rigorous vetting. They have taken the hunter safety programs and the education courses that they need to take. And the reality is that these are not the people that are committing our crimes. So what we've said to the federal government is this. If you're going to continue to push forward a sort of a misguided program that targets law-abiding Albertans, we will do nothing to assist you with that. We will not provide you with the supports, the resources, or information that you will need to affect this gun buyback program. And we know that the reality is this. We know that from the statistics of our...
No, please continue. There's a small delay.
I was just going to say, there's a very important statistic that I don't think we talk about enough. And that is that through our own data from the Chief Firearms Office here in Alberta, we know that law-abiding license holders, PALs and RPAL license holders, are not the ones committing the crimes, because these are the ones that our office gets a notification from Calgary or Edmonton Police or another police detachment if there is a relevant crime or an incident reported. And these are not our revocation rates for people who hold valid firearms licenses is astronomically low, which means that these folks are not the ones that are committing the crimes, nor are they the ones that are that police are complaining about or notifying our Chief Firearms Office.
All right. Well, that's really interesting stuff. So I'm going to have a conversation that's going to dig more into this. We'll get to ask Jason Levine on some more of the specifics in regards to this conversation. Obviously, if you want to find it, go to Jason Levine on X and you can watch that whole interview yourself. But great to have Bruce Pardy and Mickey Amory right there with him. And I applaud him for putting that on. All right. Let me see. What else? The other thing that I wanted to show you, I wanted to talk about, let me just find it here. I want to share with you this a little bit from Redacted, and I'm going to get into this and show you this right now.
Things are happening right now around the world, and I hope you're paying attention. On the one hand, they are ushering in a new era of censorship, and two, they are manufacturing consent for war against Iran once again. Both of these things are happening in real time as we speak. First, on the censorship piece. They're actively ushering in a really big, massive era of censorship around anti-Semitism. You'll be tagged, you'll be blocked, you'll be deplatformed, you'll be demonetized if you haven't already been those things. If you are critical of Israel or question the power structure of the Israel lobby or those in power specifically. And you're seeing it already in the mainstream media over the past 24 hours, all sorts of articles. Of course, this is over the summer, but they're just piling up right now. Deadly attack on Bondi Beach follows rise in anti-Semitic incidents in Australia. The entire mainstream media, of course, is in lockstep, and the media infrastructure, of course, is fully in on this. Watch.
The brutal terror attack on the Jewish community putting new pressure on Democrats here at home to confront the tide of rising anti-Semitism in their ranks, like those college students who chanted "From the river to the sea." Democrat Senator John Fetterman with this message for his party.
Just call it what it is. Anti-Semitism is a worldwide scourge, and it's constantly demonstrated to be deadly.
Mm-hmm. Of course,
Wait,
it's deadly. The words are deadly.
And I was going to say, when Netanyahu says "from the river to the sea," it's not bad, right? Isn't it? He says that all the time.
He's allowed to.
He's allowed to say it.
Didn't you get the rule book?
And he's also allowed to say that they control the media. He can say that too. We can't say it.
So across the board, the media are pushing this argument that anti-Semitism is on the rise. Of course, what they're not telling you is exactly how they're measuring this, or how exactly are they measuring this? It'd be really interesting to know. Is there like an anti-Semitism, like Santa singing, needle that goes up and down with the amount of holiday cheer that goes up, goes up?
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to self-report. Everybody's self-reporting. If they say something anti-Semitic, they have to call a hotline and say,
well, we
yep,
have
I
shown
did
you before, once the Trump administration started to go after universities and fine them for rising anti-Semitism, we showed you the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League's report, showing that the most common instance of anti-Semitism on college campuses is Jewish students, this is a quote, hearing problematic comments about Israel. So Jewish students are reporting on campus that they are experiencing anti-Semitism because they have heard problematic comments about Israel.
Sorry, I said, what the heck? Like how, this Bondi Beach incident is not the first. It's not the last. But to me, when I see this, it's very much like October 7. And, there's I think there's real concern. And I think that this is valid, that some of this is playing into that victimhood mentality of making it. And so there are people that are talking about this perhaps being a false flag, and October 7 was a false flag, and they are using this to obviously gain some, like I say, victimhood, and it gives them a notch up on their let me see, what would that be? But it gives them a layer up above the other victims, whatever that case is. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think about this. If you think that there's anything to this, obviously people were murdered, and I'm not saying that, but it seems like there's a very contrived. So there's some definite questions. One of the main questions that I understand in events like this, but Bondi Beach, let's just use that as the example today, is that the police, which supposedly, if you've seen the map, they're approximately 3 minutes walking distance from the beach. And from other people that were reporting on it on other news programs I was listening to, they're littered on the beach. They're on the beach on a regular basis. So there are reports that the police that were there had handguns, and they chose not to shoot back or to I guess alleviate the situation, and leaving it to bystanders and civilians to go after these guys because it was quite an extended period. Anyway, there are some major questions, and it's not just this incident, right? There's so many other incidents. Let's just say it's the most recent one was Charlie Kirk. There's also there was also a university shooting the same day as the Bondi Beach. I guess it was in Rhode Island, Brown University, I think it was. So there was 2 people that were murdered. To me, and let's just take a step back. To me, it seems like there's that these powers that be that I talk about are losing control, and it feels like this is their mechanism to try to control or try to keep power. I'd love to hear your thoughts, what your comments are on these situations. If I'm right or if I'm completely off base, that's cool. There was some other stuff that was happening on X that I want to get into, and I don't know if your timeline was like mine today, but mine was littered, absolutely littered with flu and COVID and vaccines and measles and fear mongering, and make sure that you're getting your shots. And oh yeah, pregnant women, there's a new study out that says that the COVID vaccine is very healthy for mommy and baby. Here I am pointing this out in response to Dr. Richard Hirschson. And 3 kids die from influenza in Ottawa. Ooh, I wonder if their immune system was compromised by taking the COVID vaccine, which is meant to do that. Let's take a look at all of these these posts that I found in literally minutes. They were all pretty much saying the same thing. And SIDRAP, oh yeah, the study confirms safety and benefits for pregnant women at a time when federal officials raised doubts about the safety of immunizations. COVID shot reduces risk of severe illness, premature birth, and in pregnancy. Yes, I'm sure. Canadian study, getting a COVID vaccine pregnant slashes risks of premature. Yes. This all happened very quickly today. There's another one. 3 kids die from influenza A related to complications since start of December in Ottawa, Ontario. How many people live in Ontario? I can't remember. Many millions of people. So obviously no child dying, but we need to look at this. Okay, so this is where the discernment comes in, folks. 3 kids dying. So obviously this is targeting your emotion, right? Because nobody wants to see their child sick, never mind die. But what are the parameters? Like, what did they die from? It probably wasn't the flu. I'm almost positive that that's not what the underlying cause of these children dying, because these news media types, these lying media, are always going to be targeting the emotions around women and children. And yeah, anyway. Katie Hopkins, well done to our brilliant. Let's see what she has to say here.
Back in London. Woo! And our black cabbies are with us. Well done to the farmers. All here to say sod. Here's Starmer.
Sawed off there, Keir Starmer. No kidding. All right. And David Parker. David Parker, if you're listening, if you happen to be listening, or if somebody else has to be listening, I'm looking forward to our discussion on silver. I think that would be very exciting. But he says, been spending a lot of time on economic analysis lately, almost all my time studying data from silver mines, vaults, refineries, global supply chains. I can say this with absolute certainty: silver is going to be in high demand and low supply for the next 3 to 5 years. So I'm hoping to get into some more details with David, but if you haven't heard me say this before, what I understand is roughly 800 million ounces are mined and refined on a yearly basis. And as far as I understand, so the last few years, that the demand has been close to or higher than that 800 million ounces per year. So we are in a serious deficit as far as supply is concerned. And the one thing to keep in mind, I don't know how much you've been studying this, but silver is not recouped once it goes into production. So if it goes into a solar panel, it's not usually recovered. And so that supply, for the industrial, which is, I don't know the numbers. Maybe I can ask David when we talk. But yeah, the industrial side is never recovered. So anyway, very interesting. So get your silver, and I'll continue to say it. Obviously, I don't make any money by telling you to buy silver. I promote Nugget Stacker because I for my family and for my friends and family, I suggest to get it, and it's very important. I guess I get a small percentage because he's supporting the show. So let me see. Let's listen to what this gentleman says. Australian MP Bob Catter calls for migration deportations after Bondi Beach attack.
Now, if they don't tick the box, they want their names, because we have had a tradition of toleration. These people are not tolerating us. So you won't tolerate us, we want you out of this country, right? Because this country is fed up with your, oh, we must be nice to everybody. Well, I'm not particularly nice to people that crossed the border, invaded another country and murdered over 1,200 people. Tick the boxes. Do they have democracy? Do they have rule of law? Do they have Christianity or some similar belief system? Do they have egalitarian traditions? Do they have industrial awards? Now, if they don't tick the boxes, they don't come here.
Amen to that. We're going to obviously be making our own boxes to check off, to tick off. Dr. Tao Braun, I would love to have you on. I've been reaching out to you and I've been emailing back and forth. Love to have you on the show and talk about COVID and what we went through with the vaccines. But he says that we have found that the COVID vaccines have killed and maimed millions. He is right in my alley. That is exactly what I'd like to discuss with you, sir. If you would like to reach out again, we can try to put that together. Oh, speaking of which, very exciting news. Let's just hope that it comes to fruition. Dr. Makis, the famed Dr. Makis with the ivermectin cancer research, the hero in regard to standing up for patients with cancer around the world. And from what I remember, the last time I saw his numbers, that he would help 7,500 patients with his cancer clinics, and he's had to escape the tyrannical one world WEF Stalinistic Canada to escape to, I think he was in Florida last time that I had seen him. So anyway, he finally reached out, and we're hoping to maybe have a chance. Let me just check my email and see if he got back to me. Nope, not seeing an email from him yet, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll pray to God for some opportunity to talk to Dr. Makis. Peter McCullough, check this one out. Influenza vaccine not recommended for general administration. Yep. Poor theoretical efficacy and increased risk of viral respiratory infections make seasonal campaign a flop. And this came out today in that same sort of stream that I was looking through at all of the bullshit, like this one right here from Catherine. 3 children have died from the flu in Ottawa. Oh my God. Oh my God. I bet you it wasn't the flu, Catherine. Let's find out exactly what it was. Children are dying. Yes, they are. And they do on a regular basis. I wonder how many, and just as a comparison, Catherine, give us a number on how many kids died from an overdose of a drug in that same time frame in Ontario. I mean, Ontario is a pretty big place. Give us the number. Hey, let's just ask Grok. While we're doing this, I'm going to quickly ask Grok, how many children died in Ontario from drug overdose in the same period as 3 children from the flu. Let's just see if there's an answer for this. I don't know. We're going to go with it anyway and just see if there's... Okay, so they said it was an unusually high number in such a short time frame early in the flu season, according to Ottawa Public Health. That's right, because they want you to get out there and get your shots and get your mask. And reports from CBC. Oh, it's from CBC. Right. These deaths all occurred this month amid a rapid surge in influenza A cases. No direct reports or statistics indicate any child deaths from drug overdoses. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. In Ontario during the same period, Public Health Ontario Substance Abuse Use and Harms Tool and coroner data focus on broader trends where pediatric drug toxicity deaths are rare overall, often single digits annually, provide wide, mostly in young children from accidental exposure, older teens. Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, well, that wasn't a good question, apparently. Oh, well, I was foiled by that. Let's just take a quick look at the, oh my gosh. Take a quick look at the price of silver. Now $90.28. All right, I'm going to head back to just some Alberta posts. You know what? This came up just before I went live, so let's just take a quick look at this one. This says this is from Greg, who posts. This is both absolute mind blow and not surprising at all. I didn't realize Carney's sister-in-law, close friend to Ghislaine Maxwell, is married to Mark Evans. Mark's brother, Tim, had a high-level position at the WHO, attended Event 201, and became the Secretariat of Canada's COVID-19 Immunity Response Task Force. Imagine that. It's just so incestuous, isn't it? Mark's other brother, Mike, runs Alibaba Canada and spoke of personal carbon tracking at the WEF. Yes, he wants every breath to be tracked and how much carbon you're releasing, because the carbon that they want to eliminate is you. Imagine thinking that any of these people give a flying fuck about any of us, the lowly peasants. They act like royalty. They meet privately and make plans for how they'll financially enslave us. You cannot speak with them or ask them any questions. They tell us how it's going to be. Speaking of which, I'm quickly going to see if I can find my bookmark of this one politician just reeking of. All right, I'm going to read this one. I'm sorry, I'm going to bounce around a bit here. But from Mario Zelia, breaking, step one of the Alberta referendum is now complete. The rest of Canada now gets to wait very anxiously. Alberta is fed up being the country's money pinata while they get the bill and none of the rewards. Liberals created this mess. Pandora's box has been opened. Yes, sir, that is correct. We are moving forward. Oh, yeah. And Skate Canada says that Alberta will no longer be hosting any international competitions due to the provincial legislation limiting transgender athletes' participation in female-only sports. And I lovingly called Skate Canada now Skate Tranada. Yeah, Skate Tranada. Anyway, you can use it if you like to. You know, completely up to you. All right, Jeffrey Rath here speaking on Alberta independence. A West Coast pipeline through Montana, Idaho, and Washington was on the agenda today in DC. Fantastic work, Jeff. Keep it up. And Dr. Modry was there with him. So keep on keeping on, you guys. That is fantastic. This is Line Advocacy. This is Viva's brother. And he's a lawyer as well. The recent COVID-19 vaccine study by a military sounding Can COVID Preg program at WC showing the benefits of the jab during pregnancy seems to be an exculpatory project for a limited cohort. BC was and continues to be the worst global offender for vaccine harm and coercion. Check this out. And I think I showed this to you before. I'm not going to show much more than this. But this is the streets of London. Showed it to my daughter, and even she went, "Oh my God, what, why?" Oh, here's more of this bullshit from the Toronto Sun. Health officials urge vaccination after 3 children in Ottawa area die of the flu. I'm going to wait to decide whether there's anything to pay attention to when we hear exactly what it was. Toronto Sun, if you're out there, give us the reason why. What did these 3 children die from? What was it actually? All right, this is Rise of Alberta, day 2 of making Thomas Lukaszak slightly smaller in this poster until he accepts the debate with Keith Wilson. That's funny. Keep it up. Canadian Patriot, you left out sudden death. Let me see what this was in relation to. Oh yeah, this is a sudden death, left out sudden death. No kidding. In regard to pushing the vaccine on the pregnant women. What was this? Oh, number of immigrants from Jason Levine, Tracy Wilson, another pilot died. Canada provides $50 million to buy drones and drone parts in the Ukraine. Yes, we need to give more money to them. That's for sure. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go to this 1 second here. Give me 1 second. That's not what I was looking for. Chat. I was looking for Mary. She was just reporting on this. And this is very interesting. Mary Talley Bowden, MD. In case you're listening, Mary Talley Bowden. I've requested a chance to talk to her about this. But we have found 1,575 patients at Houston Methodist who were admitted to the hospital shortly after receiving a COVID shot and not reported to VAERS. Stacy, this is one example, 27-year-old female got her first COVID-19 vaccine on the January 7th, 2022, and was admitted to Houston 12 days later on the 19th. Her primary diagnosis was cardiomegaly. Oh, geez, sorry about that. And her secondary diagnosis was hyperkalemia. She died on January 19th, 2022, just 12 days after the vaccine. We are gathering more. Please share with your Houston friends. Legal action forthcoming. I mean, that is amazing. So keep up the good work there, Mary Talley Bowden. And we know we're going to continue to do the good work. Everybody exposing the stuff going on here in the world. So I appreciate you doing that, you guys. Let me see here if there's something else that I wanted to show you. I don't know why I got off of this. Mark Carney plus Michael Evans, both are Canadians, both attended Oxford, both worked at Goldman Sachs. Yeah. Megyn Kelly. And we'll just end with this one. This is just I wonder what's wrong. Okay, sorry for the comedy relief there. All right. Oh, I'm going to play this one. Rise of Alberta. Christmas dinner is coming. Be that person. Talk about Alberta independence.
No, it can't be.
So, have you guys heard that Alberta is going to be voting to leave Canada soon?
All right. God bless you guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you, and continue to put up a good fight. let's stay sane together. Let's keep your head on a swivel. I appreciate you each and every day of participating in our independence and making the world a better place for your children and my children all alike. Like I said, this is not about left versus right or us versus them. This is about making a great nation for all families, whether you're purple, yellow, green, or blue. It doesn't matter what color you are, or it doesn't matter what religion or what sexual preference you have. I do not care. It is nothing, has nothing to do with any of those divisive issues that the one world government, globalist, banker, parasites want to saddle you with. So I appreciate you being here. God bless you all. And let's stay sane together. This is Bruce. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching Unscrew the News. I appreciate your participation in freedom in Canada. Share this information and help others to wake up. God bless.